All right, this is absolutely unbelievable. So, I, like many other people, I'm kind of pissed with the league. And yeah, like several problems, they are already correcting some. And then I was playing, I died by the way. I was playing with the Amazon. I was playing a little bit off stream and I decided to watch the whole interview here of Zizaran with the devs, right? With Jonathan and Mark. All right, okay, I die. I die. I'm guillotined by the executioner. And then I see this. It's like literally they finished the interview and then they went to work and they addressed everything. Let's go over everything here. Today we are continuing to work on changes based on player feedback, and this is a list of the updates that we have finished internally. We will deploy the following changes over the next few days. This is just a list of the changes that have been made so far. These are not the only changes we are investigating. This is beautiful, and they do not represent a full list of what players are reporting to us. Player balance changes. Now that we have a lot of the nerfs out of the way, we can concentrate on buffing things that are not performing well. Source for specific changes. Arc now does a lightning explosion when it hits a shocked enemy, but can no longer shock. It does not consume the shock. Eye of Winter now deals bonus elemental damage when passing through other elemental orbs like Solar Orb, Orb of Tom, or Frost Bomb. Incinerate's exposure duration has been increased to 8 seconds from 2 seconds. Mana Tempest can now be used with all spells and has been changed to cause empowered spells to split to additional targets instead of chaining or forking. Frostbolt explosion radius has been increased by 50%. Ice Nova's freeze buildup has been increased significantly. Frostbomb exposure duration has been increased to 8 seconds from 5 seconds. Mana Remnants has been changed to work with other elemental ailments than just shock. We are lowering the delay for ignites spreading from sources such as the wildfire supports to 1 second from 2 seconds, but the radius has been decreased slightly. Bleed Chaos Inoculation. Energy Shield no longer prevents bleeding from being applied. Chaos Inoculation now prevents bleeding. The passive clusters that grant you additional stun threshold based on your maximum energy shield now also increase your ailment threshold, so you will no longer be ignited, shield, frozen, shocked as often while using CI if you take these passives. Hunter specific changes. Parried enemies can no longer evade your attacks. The spear stuck in enemies by rapid assaults now always bleeds on hit when you detonate it. The AoE has been increased by 20%. The detonate does 67% more damage. Spear Field's spear duration has been increased to 10 seconds from 6 and has its damage growth increased, dealing 30% more damage by level 20. Herald of Blood no longer deletes the corpses of rares or uniques, allowing you to use ritual sacrifice on the rares. Warrior specific changes. Tempered weapon on Smith of Gitava now adds 3 empowerments per strike of your weapon, and is 25% faster. The damage might need to come down a little. Shield walls now detonable with war cries. Detonatable. Armor break being applied to players by monsters no longer has a 20% extra physical damage modifier that was intended to only be a buff to players. And we also reduced its duration to 4 seconds from 12. In addition, there was a bug where partial armor breaks were never removed on the player. Ranger specific changes. Stormcaller Arrow now proliferates shocks to nearby enemies in a small radius and has had its AoE radius increased by 50%. Lightning Rod damage has been increased by 30%. Their duration has been increased to 20 seconds. Lightning Arrow has had the radius at which it arcs to targets increased by 50%. Tornado Shot's maximum duration has been increased to 15 seconds. New support gem. We have added a support gem called Inhibitor that prevents charges being consumed but increases the damage of the supported skill by 4% of each type of charge you have. Update. We've since found that the implementation for the increased damage per type of charge to not be feasible in the time frame that we want the support gem to be released. And the core of the design of the support is an important tool to get into the hands of players, so we will be releasing it without that stat present. Delirium changes. Delirium encounters now last approximately 2.5 times longer. Crafting. We've added several artifices orbs to fixed locations throughout the campaign, allowing you to craft with them more often. We have also added runes for attributes allowing you to fix early game requirement issues. We are also updating all runes to also apply to wands and staves. This work will require adding specific mods for these items. We are unsure if soul cores and talismans will be able to be added at the same time, but it is our intention to attempt to make this change. Finding rares in endgame. During endgame, a common issue is missing a rare in the corner of the map that you didn't happen to explore. In order to mitigate this issue, we have changed rares to show up on the minimap at all times. That's very good. Matlan Waterways. We have made a change to Matlan Waterways to merge some sections of water together, reducing the average number of levers that you will encounter while playing it by 6 levers. Monster speed. One of the issues that is often reported is getting swarmed by monsters. We are currently doing a pass to investigate this issue and can probably talk about specific changes tomorrow. But the changes are likely to be targeted at specific monsters that are too difficult, especially in zones that have a lot of fast monsters. A note about the ritual exploit. Recently there was an exploit involving reducing the deferral cost of ritual items in combination with using a unique tablet that allows for unlimited rerolls. This occurred during the middle of the night, and unfortunately, due to an internal miscommunication, we didn't fix the exploit until around 8 hours after. We have banned 301 accounts that were clearly exploiting this, and they will remain banned until the end of the current league. Fuck yes. Thankfully, the economic impact outside of the banned accounts is relatively small. And that's all the changes that we have finished today. The changes in this post will be deployed over the next few days, but we should have more to report tomorrow. Dude, they are listening to us. The game has problems, yes. The game has had problems with live. I myself started with a minion build. I struggled, and the game is being addressed. The problems are being addressed, and we are going to have a very decent early access throughout until we have a full-fledged game. When it's like we have all of the ascendances and the all of the acts, and it's going to be so smooth. I can't wait to know I'm playing right now. I'm online. I am playing. So yeah. I see you in the next one. I hope that you have enjoyed this, as I am enjoying very much.